Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Up to the step number 4, because this is something 8 which I will not do today. Okay, so we'll set up this one and then focus on the primary topics, and then we'll move on one by one. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so now let's get started.
And
So
do
guys,
you, I mean,
huh?
we are doing this, right? What is the source that we are going to monitor? Is it a database? Is it an application? Or what are we going to monitor?
Okay, so here in this session, we are going to monitor the logs, because remember that ELK was designed for the logs monitoring. But if we transform to 8, then we'll focus on everything. By the way, in ELK earlier version also, which was beats, you can gather the matrix. So here if I say beats I will try to monitor one file, then we will try to monitor one Linux box, and that is file, which beat we need? File beat, correct? And for
Correct.
Linux, we need matrix beat. Okay, matrix beat. Matrix, matrix beat. There's spelling mistake, I think. And then Windows machine will log beat. We'll see that if we have a bandwidth, we'll install this. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. So what I'm going to do. So guys, look at my screen here. This is my Linux box, and root Rajesh 123. Now what is this IP address? This is the Linux box. The IP address is 2. 192.168.1.2 root Rajesh 123. So this is the CentOS box where I'll be showing you the demo. Let me improve the view. All this setup which I'm showing you manually, it can be what to say,
Docker control.
uh, Docker only, Docker itself. But because I'm showing you, so tomorrow if you have some troubleshooting experience, you can do that. So guys, this is the tarball which I downloaded last month, I guess. Okay, for the last sessions. So yeah. Now, one thing I want to tell you, and this you need to remember, that Elasticsearch cannot run with root user. Please remember that. Okay. So I have logged in as a root, so you cannot run it.
Elasticsearch. So that means what? So you have to run Elasticsearch as a normal user. Okay. So su Rajesh, su elastic. Let me check that which user I'm having in here. Elastic. So there's one user I created, Elastic. Now this username can be anything. Mind it, this username can be anything. Now this package which you see, I downloaded zip file. It's a tarball, right? It's a tarball. Download Elasticsearch. Just you enter, and here you will get it. Now which version you want, you decide. Uh, Here we have Windows, Mac, Linux, Debian and all. Now the question is, why this all support? Because I told you Elasticsearch has been developed using which language? Which language?
Java.
Java. So Java is a platform dependent. So basically, you can install Elasticsearch anywhere. But most of us like SRE and Ops required you to install in Linux. So we'll go for Linux 64-bit, which is here. Okay. So I downloaded this and already I am having this tarball. Now after that, I am going to extract it. How can you extract it? I don't think so. You need to know jetxbf. You must be knowing this command. Okay, and then after that, I extract it, and this is the one which you have. So let's do one thing. Let's delete that. Let's have a extraction because I don't know what changes I might have done in the last sessions. So I want to show you the fresh one, jetxbf, and done. Now again I'm repeating, you don't have to do setup manually. One Docker command can set up Elasticsearch very well. Now one thing I want to tell you, which you need to remember again, one thing I said which is like Elasticsearch, you cannot run with a root user. Second thing is you will think Elasticsearch 7 versus Elasticsearch 8. Okay. So now in terms of code changes, I'm not going to talk about. You don't want to know that one again. What is the difference between Elasticsearch 7 and Elasticsearch 8? So the difference is very important difference which will impact you is security is enabled in Elasticsearch 8 by default. That's all. For me and for you, which you want to know, whenever you start Elasticsearch 7, you don't need any kind of security to be set up like certificate, token, username and password. You can directly start using it. But when you after the learning, once you set up for the production use, then you can enable that security in 7. But in 8 it is enabled by default actually. Understood all of you?
Yeah, I have a quick question. I mean, like when you say this can
Yeah.
be done using Docker, you meant to say that it can be pulled from hub.docker.com. Is that right?
Yeah, Docker run Elasticsearch. That's all. Something like that command is there, uh, which is here. Docker run. This is the pull and create. This is the command. So it will run Elasticsearch within a second. Okay, but I'm showing you manually because you want to become a troubleshooter also sometime in the future. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have
So the
Elasticsearch.
first thing, excuse me, I have a question.
Yeah.
So the first thing now, we created the virtual machine, and our operating system is Linux. After
Yes.
that, we downloaded Elasticsearch from Docker website.
That's not Docker website. This website here I'm
From
showing you.
Elastic. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So here you can download as per your platform. Right now,
Uh-huh.
recommendation this training will happen in Linux. Okay,
Install it and run it.
that's all.
Okay, what's
Installing,
the
see,
server specifications? Is there any
uh,
special specifications for servers?
yes. So primarily you can go for 6 to 8 GB RAM to learning purpose. See, for learning purpose I'm telling you, not for production
Mm-hmm.
users. So 6
Yes.
to 8 GB RAM and 2 CPU is sufficient. Now, how much RAM you have in this? Let me show you. So basically, I go for the same configuration. Here you have uh, one CPU, and here uh, memories I'm having. Where is this memory? Actually, we can see uh, processors is here. 6 GB RAM, 6.5 GB RAM. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And the
So this
storage?
machine storage 30 GB. I mean 20 GB is also okay in Linux. Depends on your preference. See, right now your focus is to learn. So not too much of specification you need, but if you run for the production, then you have to look for many other factors, and that's called capacity planning. I'll just give you some hints actually. Capacity planning decide your storage size, how much storage you have a requirement for a month or year, and then versus how many searches happen. Okay, searches happen because searches will create a load, right? Searches, how many transformation you are doing. So all this thing will take into the consideration, and then you decide storage plus RAM and CPU. But for learning purpose, any simple VMs that should be okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Now
you.
this VM you can get on AWS, Azure, or I am using in my own laptop. So using VirtualBox here, Oracle VirtualBox. Okay. So now let's get into this one, and here these all files you have to understand, folders you have to understand. Plugins means if you want to extend Elasticsearch capability, then in future you may install plugins. Here it will come. Modules means all these features which you can expose with Elasticsearch, which is in the module. Logs, all the jar file of Elasticsearch, basically code, you can find in the lib. As I said, Elasticsearch is developed in Java. So this is a built-in JDK they have given. Earlier we used to install JDK separately, but now they have given it. And here start stop script. Here there is one file which is very important, and that is you need to remember config file, and that is this file, Elasticsearch. Though other files are also important, but for this session, you don't need to remember any other stuff but elasticsearch.yaml. Okay, so that is the important file. That means if you want to change any configurations of Elasticsearch, that is the file you should hit. By default, Elasticsearch run on local host. Okay, so we will check that. So let's go to the bin directory. Okay, and after that there are so many utilities are there, don't get lost, just focus on this one. Now you need some tutorials also, in fact I need, so I'll just go to this place, and here Elasticsearch, and here this is the 8. You have this one also. I'm just checking out so many tutorials I am having written different times. So see that which one is this. So this one is basically manual way. Yes, I need this. This one, it is little old, though it I needed this one, but not that badly. And this one uh, is also good, yeah. So but this one, if you see that it's used the Docker, so I don't need this because that demo I'm not showing you. So this is using Docker. So those who are interested with the Docker, you can follow this one. So I think I need more or less this one. Okay, so let's get started. So uh, I need Elasticsearch.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devops.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.